What's up, you guys? So right now we're gonna be working on one of our members' cars. Now this is a little different. Now this is gonna be a Dodge srt4. So the issue right now is that there is a pretty decent oil leak, and we kind of ran it down to the oil pan. So right now we're gonna show you pretty much how to remove the oil pan and maybe check for oil leaks around and everything like that. But for the case of this video, we're going to say that, you know, we're going to be looking at the oil pan and replacing the gasket, because this is kind of a common problem with the SRT4s, is that they'll have an oil leak around, you know, the bottom of the engine, and it's mostly the oil pan gasket. So we're going to go ahead and run it down to showing you the whole process. So let's get it there. Alright, so first step of the process, as always, is to go ahead and jack up the car. Now this is a little trick that I remember here learned, is to set the jack stands there on the subframe, so you have a better space to work, because you can see how high it's set up now. And then lay down you some styrofoam if you got it, because that stuff is so helpful, you don't understand. So yep, and now the end game over here is to of course get down under there, and I don't know if you can see it where it's leaking. Up there. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a flash video of this. You can see the oil leak, and you can see how kind of bad it is. So our end game is to get that oil pan right there off, and then kind of show you the process on, you know, putting a new gasket or RTB on there. So we're gonna see how that works. We also got this little 03 Jetta we're working on. I'm in the process of pulling the intake manifold off. I recently, bought this for my girlfriend, and I replaced the timing belt with a new Gates timing belt. Put a new water pump in. Did a fresh oil change, new thermostat, and when I went to start it, which I'll put that startup video in this video. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good, right? So right now, I'm gonna take the intake manifold off and the valve cover off to inspect it. So I might do like a little kind of how-to on this as well, so this will be like a dual video, and then get that started. So we both got things going on. We got this Jetta over here, and then we got the SRT over there. So there's a lot of work today, so let's get it done. So the first step to this that I did was I started by removing these 3 bolts with this 5mm Allen key, and then started to remove the hoses from here, and I got disconnected from there, and then right there, and take off the intake right there. So we also got to get that done like that, so that way this, you can see there's a split right here. We can lift this up and then get to the valve cover. So that's a little pretty self-explanatory. You'll go around and see it. If there's anything special to point out, I'll definitely point it out later on, because this is my first time doing this, so I'm gonna try to get that rolling. Alright, so right now he's actually got to take off the cold air intake. Yeah. He's gonna take off the cold air intake right now, so that way it can get to the bottom pipes that are on the bottom underneath where the oil pan's kind of running. So get that out.
He didn't buy that light, did he? That light bar?
No, we said he needed to too. But yeah, it's kind of expensive. Yeah, so right now he's gonna do that. He said he's also gonna take out the battery, but I don't know. That's for the, you gotta take out the battery, like, yeah, for the process. Take all that out there and get it out of the way. Okay, yeah, just to get it out of the way, and it's always a good idea. So that way, if there's any type of wire showing, you don't short yourself out or blow any fuses or anything like that. Yep, so that whole process, getting that out, and this is all aftermarket, so it might be different for different vehicles. So So that's the whole process getting started right there. And then when we move a little further, I'll catch that. Alright, back to this little process right here. So, so far all I did was just push this back and then kind of wiggle it out. So you can see, I don't know if you can, stick my finger in there. Look at that. That's no bueno. So I'm actually glad that I did this. So now I can check out the actual condition of the throttle body as well as the intake manifold. So I can see what was causing, you know, that leak right there. So it's always a good idea to actually do this as a service, so that way, you know, your car doesn't run rough and it could idle differently as well. It could have an erratic idle. So it's always a good idea to actually check this and clean this, you know, regularly with your service like intervals. So that's what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take that off, and I might take it off right here, so that way I can clean this whole little process and then take out this clip. So I'm gonna do that whole thing right there, so that way I can clean it all. Because I already did check the air filter, and the air filter was in kind of bad shape, but normal. So it wasn't, you know, getting this oil on top of it. So yeah, it's definitely something to check, which is a really good idea too. Alright, so as you can see, after removing the battery and that intake there, you got a ton of space and a ton of room to get there. So this is pretty much the whole process up here of getting, you know, getting to the bottom. So like that's it, that's what you gotta do up top. So right now we're gonna move down to the bottom here and start with that. And as you can see, that's what I'm talking about right there with the pipes and everything for the intake. So I'm gonna start with that right now and get that done. Alright, and for the intake manifold, as you can see, there's these little slots right there and right there, and right below it, I don't know if you can kind of see that, there's two bolts. So there's a bolt right here and then a bolt right there. I'll try to run around actually. Yeah, you see it? So there's one right there, and I don't know if that did anything weird for the video, but right there. So yeah, take a 5mm T-tool like that, and it gets down in there just perfectly. You can see, bang. So take that off, and then this whole portion should start to come up. And then right behind there is another one, and now that is a 6mm Allen key, and that's kind of holding the back. You can see now this is free. Now just get that one on the back, and that one pulls this whole back section up. I believe there might be another one, I might be wrong, but if I am, I will definitely let you guys know. So let's go see what's happening with the srt4. Oh, okay.
Going to the cooler.
Alright.
Come down because the SRTs run them underneath the engine. Like retards.
Yeah, Dodge. Nah. Yeah, so right now he's taking off the charge pipe there and making some room. And anybody who owns a Dodge srt4, I'm pretty sure knows about this little process. But check out that nice blow-off valve though. What?
Yeah, boy.
Some sututututus. Yes, sir.
I wish it was on the throttle body side.
Yeah.
But this motor mount, you don't have to take it completely off. You can just take it loose from right here at the motor and just drop it down so the oil pan will clear.
Right.
And come out.
Okay.
This has got to come off. Don't have to take the power steering cooler off. And this plate right here, these bolts, it's got to come out. And there's two up on the sides. One here, and two up on this side. It's got to come out, and then this plate will come off and allow you to access all the oil pan bolts all the way around.
All right. All right. All
so
right.
Yes, it's fun. Very fun.
Oh man, it's the dream.
Oh yeah. This is what I was looking forward to today.
Gotta love it. Hey, that's what I'm saying, you guys.
If you want to play, you gotta work on it.
Yeah. It's all fun and games until you actually gotta work on the stuff.
You actually got to get dirty. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, this is the part. Gotta love it. Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead and get you a ratchet. This is the easiest way to do it. Break that loose. After you break it loose, you can pretty much run it off with your fingers. And then get that off. And then that should work right there. And get you one of these. These things are so convenient. Swear for God. Yep, but that's it. See, I told you guys. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. It always does. It's never that simple. There's another one right there. Okay? So, just know that there's another one right freaking there. I should have just recorded it. And I would have seen that. So now I see it. But yep, there's two, you guys. Okay? Same process, same tools, same yada yada. Alright? Cool. Alright, so after removing that, you're left with this whole open space. Now there is this connector that goes to the throttle body. Disconnect that, and so you can see it connected right there. And then that hose that went from there to right here, that needs to be disconnected as well as this hose right there. And then you can kind of move it. I just pushed it to the side so I didn't have to disconnect these. I really didn't feel like having to do all that, because now I got all the space that I really need. And then these are 10mm bolts. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 for the valve cover. The valve cover is kind of on there because, you know, that gasket. So I'm gonna kind of tap around it with a plastic hammer, so that way I can kind of lift it up around here, around these points. I don't want to jerk on it really hard, smack myself in the face, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do that, and then I'm actually gonna move on and see what's going on with the SRT4. Another thing, I pulled that intake off, and then you can see the oil and how grimy it is, as well as the inside of here. Now that's the mass airflow there. So I'm also going to take this off and clean that mass airflow sensor, which is also a very good idea to do, because that can save you some problems like later on down the road. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, and of course, as you might have guessed, you have to drain the oil there. So, you know, typical just drain plug, and get you a drain pan like we got down there, and drain the oil. So you are going to have to drain the oil for this process. I don't know why I should have to say that. And
put your plug back in, so because oil will keep coming out, you know, for a long time. To
yeah.
keep it from dripping all over you, just stick your plug back in.
Yeah, it's always just a good safety precaution, you know what I'm saying? You know, might as well do it.
The oil cooler is going to have to come off. 3 bolts, 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. They're 8mm.
All right. Let me see. You're just putting that back on there.
That back up.
It doesn't need to be freaking Hulk tight like a lot of people do for some.
No, because they're very easy to strip. This pan's aluminum.
Yeah.
And you'll strip that thing easy.
Yeah, so definitely be careful, you know, whether you're just changing the oil or doing this whole process. Definitely be careful with that drain plug, because like you said, you can strip it very easily because it is aluminum.
We're just going to take this off and get it off to the side where we can get up to our pan bolts. As you can tell, it was pouring.
Oh yeah, look at
oil.
That residue is
right
crazy.
Out of the pan gasket. It's going all the way back to the back of the car.
Yeah.
About a quart a week.
Ooh.
So,
yeah. This is worse than running a rotary engine, son.
Yeah, a lot worse than running the RX-8.
Yeah, so.
Which you will see videos of plenty coming up on it.
Yes, sir.
It's ready to go under the knife too. Still haven't figured out LS or turbo the rotary.
Might as well turbo the rotary then LS. You know what I'm saying?
Then put an LS in.
Screw it.
Sounds good to me.
Heck yeah, sounds like a damn good time. You know them apex deals will blow. Sounds like a good time to me though.
You know what? Don't get this on the video.
Woo! Live and make you cry. I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Carry on, carry on. Oh man! All right, let's get back to work. Let's get back to work. We're getting it on. Hey!
I had an educated guess.
So we just removed the valve cover here, and we noticed this whole thing was just mangled. Like, we started to pull on a little bit and it was, you know, breaking apart, of course. But this engine did overheat, and we're guessing after it overheated, it just completely melted. And that might be what's causing our little ticking noise that we got going on. But we actually don't know exactly what this is. So, yeah, we're gonna look that up and see exactly what that, it's like some kind of plastic material that
keep the oil on top of the cam.
Yeah.
But look how hot, it just melted all on it.
Yeah, so we're gonna try our best to get it all the way off and get all, well, I don't know if we're gonna get all that material that's down under there. You can see, we're gonna see what we can do about it. But that's what the condition of it is now. As you can see, it's just pulling all the way out. Like I can pull that mess off my hands like that. So yeah, that's definitely the first time I've seen this, so I'm not too sure on what it is. But then again, it said it's a Volkswagen, so they're always doing something weird.
Anybody out there knows
anything
about Volkswagen, send us a message.
Yeah, let us know what's going on, because we sure don't.
What's about?
Alright, well, we're going to completely take it all the way off, because regardless, it's not good to let it sit like that, so.
It's got to come off.
Yeah. But
you don't need to get it down in the damn engine either.
That's where we're at. Hey, there goes that brand new belt I just put in though. What's up?
Good chow!
Oh, I hope that video didn't start already, because I tripped. Oh, you know when the team come in clutch, it's not a party unless the friggin' beats us. Yeah. Nah. I'm about to go ahead and get me a daggum slice. Yeah. And we got the Krispy Kreme right here. And a brand new machete. What's up, man? We rolling. Taking a break from that. Let's do this. Alright, got the little opener.
What you want to do is get this thing as clean as possible. Nothing inside of it. Just brake clean or something. Get the pan as clean as you can. You can't afford nothing getting in here.
Yeah.
Getting sucked up in the oil pump. Or you're going to be in bad shape.
Yes, sir.
The best thing to use is a razor blade, or you can use a gasket scraper. You want to use a razor blade like this. You don't want to use a Dremel or anything like that, because this pan is aluminum. You will damage it, so when you use the razor blade, you want to keep it as flat as possible and just run it along and make sure you got everything off of it all the way around. Nothing inside of it, like that right there. This is the oil pan of a car with 188,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And it actually don't look too bad to have that almost 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
What we're going to do now, we're going to get this thing cleaned up. And instead of going back with a factory gasket, I've done research. We're going to put RTV all the way around this inside. The inside of the holes, around this. Around here, follow that line all the way around, and we're going to bolt it back up. We'll keep y'all informed with that.
See how it seals.
And we're going to seal it up, because I don't plan on pulling it off again.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 'em right. Yep, so that's how that's looking right now. Just going to get all that done. And then once we start getting the RTV on, I'll continue on recording this whole mess.
Up very easy.
Yeah. Update on the Jetta here, so you can see I cleaned it up, got a lot of it out. I still have a lot more to go. I've been sucking it up with a shop vac, as well as see it's all over the floor here. It is freaking everywhere. So and then we pretty much came to the conclusion on that's why this was stuck to freaking oil, is because that must have been the splash guard, and after it melted, it's just started going all over the place. So yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. You can see down under there, it's still, pieces broken all up down under there. So we're getting that rolling. Then I'm gonna suck that up and then hit everything up back together and see if it starts and see if it changes anything with that noise. And I'm gonna put that video in this so that way you guys can hear that for sure on what it used to sound like. Okay, y'all remember the Speed 3 in the previous video on how to break it. she's running pretty mint right now. So we're gonna see about this little clip here that I can't find right now. Okay. Nope, it didn't lift up. That's the clip right there we're talking about, because that's been lifting up and it's been causing it to, like, what we believe is to cut out. Yeah. But no, it didn't lift up, so we kind of zip tied that down because that clip that goes right here is a part of the intake manifold, and you know, it was broken. But hey, so we're gonna rig this up right there, and it so far looks like it works. It didn't lift up or anything, so yeah, kind of running mint too. Sounds good. Yeah, you can see.
Let me guess.
We're going for, huh?
It's got a hole in the side of it.
So you can see like the kind of line we're doing right here.
Get that. Out of the oil pan gasket.
Pretty much, you know, go around the bolts right here, all around the circles, like he was saying earlier, and get that running through.
There's a hole somewhere. Oh,
yep, right there. Yep. So then once you press that on, you know, be careful with putting a lot, because once you press it to the actual like metal surface, it'll start to expand. So be careful on how much you put on there, because you know, if you put too much, it could leak over, or you know, any kind of scenario that might happen there. But yeah, that's essentially what you do. You just go all the way around it, kind of follow around the line of the gasket, and you're pretty much making your own gasket. It's exactly what that is. But
that's it.
Pretty self-explanatory. You get that done, and we're gonna slap it on and see if we fix that leak.
I'm gonna let it cure overnight.
Oh, okay, so this has been a stupid long process, but you can see I'm getting a ton of it out, and I still have a lot to go. Like, you can still see all the little black stuff everywhere. So yeah, the process is taking a little longer than I expected, but it'll be worth it. So just gonna get in there. I'm trying to get in there with a rag and see if I can pull it up that way, but main thing is I don't want to get it until its oil passageway is down there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be careful about that, getting it sucked up and everything, so that way I don't get it down there. But I just don't want it to go down under. So right now I'm gonna clean that up. This is probably as good as I'm gonna get it, to be completely honest. And then see about running it like that and see kind of what happens. Alright, so I just took off the throttle body, which was 4 bolts, and I used that same 6mm Allen key, and it's those 4 bolts, and then you gotta take that there hose off. There you go, you just use pliers for that. But yeah, you can see all of that grime and buildup there, and you kind of see how it's causing it to open a little bit. So that, if not now, is gonna cause a bad idle here soon, and you can see just how it's blowing by there in the back. So I'm gonna clean that up, and then, you know, try to fix this whole problem I got going on down here. I'm clean that up and clean up the intake manifold as well, so you can see how I got past it. So I'm gonna clean that up now, and then Lord willing, she'll run better. Actually, I'm gonna clean up that MAF too. But yep, that's what it looks like. That's what it's in bad condition. That's when it definitely needs to be cleaned. Yeah, just get you some of this. The throttle body and air intake cleaner, or carburetor cleaner, works about the same, or brake cleaner even. So yep, about to just spray it down in there and wipe it down with a rag or a shop towel, whatever you got, and that should be it. You might have to reset the throttle position afterwards, or just disconnect the negative battery cable for 15 seconds and then put it back on. That's kind of the procedure I use for the RX-8, and that works. So, but it might be different for the Volkswagen. But I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning this. Alright, now you can see how much cleaner that is. You know, you clean all around the edges. Oh, I gotta get that spot, oops. But clean around all the edges, clean the faceplate, and then the back of the faceplate. And it should look pretty much brand new now, except for those, of course, those little edges, but you know, I can't kind of get that with the rag. But yep, that's what it's gonna look like when you're done. And then you slap that back on, and then probably reset the throttle position, because you can kind of see that it's open a little bit, so I have to reset it. But yep, that's it.
Tighten it down, starting in the middle.
Yeah.
That way.
And then work our way like
I'll
back
have to
out.
Let it cure overnight.
Okay. So yeah, you pretty much just, after you tighten it down, do the tighten down sequence, which is from the middle out. And then, yeah, let it cure overnight. That way it'll fully, form to the old pan. And we'll see if it leaks or not.
If it does, I can't help it.
But yeah, that pretty much ends the process there. And then after that, you go ahead and start to put everything back together.
Everything back together, just the way you took it apart.
Yep. Just a reverse procedure, and that's it. And then we'll see. After this will be a video of it running, and we'll see how well it held up.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the dream.
I don't think it'll leak.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I doubt it. So we'll see.
If it does, it was just bound to leak.
Yeah. But that's the process right there, and then yep, that's it.
Yep.
Everything is put back together. It's actually not that difficult to put it back together. I cleaned everything, put it all back, and yep. So I don't have the keys, which is kind of a piss off because I really wanted to start the thing, but that's okay. I had to wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna see how it starts with that oil deflector out. I'm sure that's what that rattling was. Yeah, see. But yep, I'm gonna start it tomorrow, as well as that, to see how that oil pan gasket thing is going on. So this is gonna carry over another day. Let's see how it goes. What up? It's day dos dia. Second day. Right now I got the keys for the Volkswagen, so I'm gonna go see if the rattling's gone. And Rock's not here yet with the stuff for the SRT, so I'm gonna wait around a little bit, see what's popping with Tat. But if anything, you guys are gonna see the Jetta start up, so that's fine. It's fine with me. So I'm gonna get the keys for El Chapo all the way back there, and we're gonna get this rolling. So let's do this. Yeah. Alright, so I ended up needing the jump box because the battery was a little out of juice. It had like 10 volts. That's not bad because it's been sitting for 2 weeks. But I'm gonna start it up now and see how it runs. Okay, so unfortunately it is still making the same noise, but there might still be some plastic underneath that cam, so I'm gonna have to take it back off and I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna go back and see if I missed anything, and as you can see, like, it does sound better than what it did, believe it or not. Well, it kind of sounds the same. Never mind. But before, when I revved it, it would get like super loud. So, and I was guessing that's what that was. Oh, light came on. Okay, well, I don't know why that thing is beeping. I really don't know what that means, but I'm gonna stop revving it for damn sure. But okay, so it is still making the same noise, so I'm gonna take it off and redo it again, and make sure I got everything like chipped out and everything, so that way I can see, I completely eliminate it, because I know I left like some chunks in there, but I didn't think it was gonna be a problem, so apparently it is. But anyways, that's the Jetta, so that's where we're at on that. Sorry guys.
See how long is it set?
Alright, so we just put the oil in. Jigger, move, man. God, your butt up my face. So, you can see it's all cleaned up. Oh, God. I just fell. So yeah, it's all cleaned up under there. The RTV is on, everything's sealed. We're having a little trouble on wanting to start it. But here goes the big moment. So no massive oil leak at the moment, which is banging, so that means the gasket is doing its job so far. But we're gonna let it warm up so that way we know if it's gonna leak any further or not, because the problem we're having is when it starts to get warm. So we're gonna let it get warm first and then see if it starts to leak. Good. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes now. Let the car warm up, and as you see, there is no leaks at all. And I don't know if you can kind of see that's where it meets up there. You can see the RTV, how it kind of smushed out. But yeah, it's looking great. I think we'll fix that. Alright, so the temperature is at about 150. And that was 10 minutes, so it's at 150 degrees right now. And no visible leaks at all. So this is success. Yep. So right now we're just doing a waiting game. So, but other than that, that's it, you guys. Anyways, that's it, you guys. It's kind of late. I'm already back at the house. Yeah, that's the srt4 and the Jetta. The Jetta was kind of unsuccessful, but it was successful in the point that the noise kind of went down. I'm like super tired. I'm so sorry. Like this is just really late right now. But I hate doing outros late. It's so stupid. Anyways, but that's the srt4, you guys, and that's the Jetta. The Jetta was kind of like whatever, a little side job. Main thing was the srt4 with the oil leak, and it was successful. We drove it around for a few more weeks, a few more days. It did actually develop a small leak again, but what we're gonna end up doing is instead of RTVing it, we're actually gonna get a gasket and put the gasket on there, like the factory gasket, and see if that works like better. But it's definitely not as bad as what it used to be. So, anyways, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I haven't been posting a ton. I have been super busy. I got a new job. See that right there? That's the uniform. But I got a new job, so I work way more than I used to. So every single day. But thanks for watching, you guys. Bear with me. I'm gonna try to post some more. I have like videos that I've like recorded way beforehand that I'm gonna post up. And so if I look retarded, like if I look all shaved and like haircut and everything, that's why. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah.